Hello, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. This is just a pretty short announcement, which will be followed by a special discount code and also a little, well, kind of like a box opening thing that I've got. So I said to myself, when I get to a certain amount of subscribers, I'm going to buy something for myself. And it's not going to be related to pain, reducing pain, being comfortable, health, diet, just something that I want for me, for my own sake. So I'll open that a little bit later as well. I just wanted to quickly thank you all for subscribing to me. It's been quite a long process to develop a somewhat okay YouTube channel. And I've had a lot of help along the way. So over the past 3 to 4 months, I've had the benefit of a friend named Matthew, and he's helped me a lot with my audio quality and setup. In that we've sort of come together and spent many hours, many 3-4 hour long phone calls talking about audio quality and how best to improve it. I understand a lot of you guys, I believe 40% of my subscribers roughly are from the US. So perhaps some of you don't recognize my accent that well, but I'd speak a very neutral English accent. Then 10% of you guys are from England, or at least here in the United Kingdom. So with that being said, I've had to improve my audio quality a lot, and that's been probably the biggest change in my YouTube channel most recently. I've also changed a lot of the layout, the stuff that you see here. I've improved the video quality to 4K resolution, which is pretty good. StreamYard only pumps out 720p, but it pumps out 1080p if you have a good quality setup. But to get that good quality setup, it'll cost me even more money. So I'm currently paying about $25 per month to stream this here right now, as you see it. And that's also to put the comments up on the screen, things like that. So that's something I'm looking to do in the near future. So I'll be able to have a 1080p kind of video quality for you guys. And all that makes a difference is just mostly me just talking to a camera alongside my friends, Jerome, my partner, Sophie, and a few other guests on my channel, which is also quite cool. So there we have it. So I started my channel in a unique kind of perspective to a lot of people, in that I had a very vast amount of knowledge about nutrition and exercise. And I started the carnivore diet, for those of you that don't know, in February the 2nd of 2020. So I'm something like 1,219 days into it now, something like that. So I'm doing it for quite a long time. Now, the longer I've done it, the better I've adhered to it, the better my results have been. So that's kind of made me think, okay, I'm onto something here. This is obviously a good thing. And obviously the anecdotes have kind of mounted up to this point, I'd say. So that made me think, well, all these other people making YouTube channels, people giving their experience, well, I can give my take on it. Someone that is an expert in nutrition, exercise science, someone who's got a bit of a background, a bit of experience in this sort of thing. So I can actually make videos for you guys which are all around that. So I'm quite looking forward to doing more of that in the future. And I've had some limitations along the way. For those of you that don't know, I had my spinal fusion surgery on December the 12th last year, so roughly 9 months ago. And that has been successful for the most part, in that my spine no longer gives me extreme mat pain. It just gives me a bit of pain. If I walk around too much, it gives me quite a lot of pain. But the day-to-day kind of pain around that area is a lot less. Now, my right hip, as a result of spinal fusion surgery, has been extremely painful. When I say extreme painful, I mean codeine, paracetamol, ibuprofen doesn't hit it. So that's kind of where I'm at now right now. So it's not been a great situation to be in. Now, saying that, I've had a very supportive community around me, which has been very helpful. So I've had recommendations, suggestions from people. People have actually reached out to me and said, look, have you tried this therapy? Have you looked into this? I've had lots of different ideas put across to me, which is very helpful. And the carnivore community is very different to many others in that it is very helpful. There aren't many communities online, guys, where anyone's going to spend an hour or two talking to you offline to help you with your different issues. Professor Bart Kay is one person that comes to mind. Harry Sopanos, Dr. Anthony Chafee, Jerome Armstrong, lots of people, Sophie, my partner, lots of people have actually helped me along the way. So I'm very grateful for that, alongside loads of other people. I couldn't mention them all. But I'm in a very grateful and unique position here. So I can actually earn some kind of reasonable income working at a desk, which is exactly what I need to be doing. I don't need to be working in McDonald's flipping burgers. My body can't take that. at the same time, with autistic spectrum disorder, you often struggle in some social situations, especially when you're overly stimulated or it's too much engagement. It leads to an extreme amount of fatigue, which to the autistic person is not great. It's not a sustainable way to go about your living. So for me, this is my only option. My only option is to be an online nutrition consultant with the skills that I have, with the time I have, the energy I have, with the resources that I have. So I'm doing exactly what I'm meant to be doing, which is a nice position to be in as a 28-year-old man. Now, with that being said, as a thank you to my subscribers, so the 5,000 or so people that have subscribed to me over the past, say, year, it's actually, I believe, 362 days since my first YouTube channel video. I'm going to be releasing a 25% discount code to my subscribers and actually anyone. It's free for anyone to use, and it'll be available until the 27th of this month. So you have 14 days from today, effectively, to use it. That code will be 5K subs. I'm just going to write that in the chat now, just so you guys don't miss it. So that's the discount code. So it enables you to have 25% discount on my 30, 60, and 90-minute consultation services online. Now, that being said, I'm going to start opening some of my gifts. So this is a gift that was actually given to me quite a few months ago, but I've never actually got around to open it. And it is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eyes White Dragon, and it's in a box. So this is my fun, basically. So for those of you that don't know, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was younger, so maybe at the age of like 10 years old or something. I used to collect all these cards. I used to spend all the money I had on these cards. I got this like novelty gift, which is quite cool. So Sophie and the girls bought it for me maybe 3 months ago, roughly 2-3 months ago. What it is it's got a tiny little card in it, but I can't get into it. Okay, there we go. Geez, that is a small card. So it's got a tiny Blue Eyes White Dragon card and a blue figurine. Looks pretty cool. The green screen's probably not doing much favors, but yeah, it's pretty neat. I'm going to put this on my bedside table, I think, and admire it or something, or just stay there and it'll just look cool, basically. Anyway, I've got another gift to open, which is, I've been waiting for this one for about a month or so now, maybe 2 months. We actually bought it maybe a week or two ago, and it's a 25th anniversary legendary collection Yu-Gi-Oh card. I think it's a pack, but it said it's a tin. I don't know, but it's a cardboard box, basically. No, the box is not the present. I have to open the box to get the present. Yeah, that's it, Sophie. So the figurine was for Father's Day in June, apparently. Look how shiny that is. Looks a lot better in real life. That's what we have here. So we've got an initial pack. It does have the Egyptian god cards in it, I believe. So I'm going to look forward to opening this one. I kind of already know what's in this pack because it's on the front of the box, but, you know. I got exactly the cards I wanted. So I got Obelisk the Tormentor, Slife the Sky Dragon. This doesn't mean anything to any of you guys, but, you know, it's not a informative video. It's just me showing off my stuff. Winged Dragon of Ra, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magician, Red Eyes Black Dragon, and holographic 25th Anniversary Edition Winged Dragon of Ra. So that's pretty cool. I'm very excited about that. Next, got some packs open here. So I've got Blue Eyes White Dragon Legend pack, apparently. We'll see. So, not that great of a pack, to be honest. These are kind of like nostalgic ones from where I first started playing. So like the original Yu-Gi-Oh cards, if that makes sense. So they're pretty cool still. But yeah, I'll keep going through. Metal Raiders. Yeah, I think in these you get one shiny in each one, but these aren't usually rare cards. They're just standard sort of cards. Next we've got Spell Ruler. I see a lot of you guys have already tuned out. We had about 13, 14 people earlier. So. Yeah, these cards are old. It's funny, I look through these, I haven't really looked at them properly in like 10 years, but they still remind me of a few games I used to play. Yes, each of these cards, guys, they have that's a trap card because it's kind of purple. They're monster cards, they're like kind of yellow, orange usually. That card's green, but it's also green screened, so that's a spell card. Yeah, that's what they look like. So you've just got little pull pictures on them. Each one has a different effect, apparently. So, you know. All right, what we got here? This one looks like a little doggy. It's quite cool. Yeah, some of these graphics are quite unique. It must take people hundreds of hours to make these. Interesting. Got my last pack left. Might make this a little live Q&A, guys. So if you've got any questions for me, I'm gonna do a few questions maybe for a quarter of an hour or so, or I'll just have a ramble. So just let me know. Sorry, it's not very interesting for you guys. It's more interesting for me, but you know, that's it. There we go. Delightful. One of the best £20 I've ever spent. So I've got a big pack of cards here. So that's probably enough to make one deck. And I've got all those nice shiny cards I just mentioned earlier at the start. So I'm pretty chuffed with that, to be honest. Very cool. Very cool. And I see what you guys have put in the comment section. Right. Hi, Jonathan. Keep your brilliant videos and on hard work. Many congratulations. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate that. Yeah. I tried to make the videos that helpful to people that answer people's questions. I know a lot of the videos online are they're just half an hour, 45-minute, hour-long talks, which don't really give you much direction. The average person can't access that information. You know, the average person isn't trained in statistical analysis. They're not trained in, you know, exercise physiology, nutrition science. It just all gobbledygook for most people. So I just tried to translate it in a way which people can understand. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Hopefully I can continue to deliver you good videos. 5K, yes. Not too bad. I'm aiming for I'd like to have about 15K perhaps by the end of next year, so 2024. The end of 2024. That's my next goal. Yeah, keep liking, keep hitting that like. Very important. Yeah, cheers, Stephen. So Stephen's one of the few people in England right now that has more subscribers than me. The only other people I believe are, let me think, Kent Carnivore, Stephen, and Phil Ascott. So I've got the fourth biggest carnivore channel in the UK. As a 28-year-old guy who started with no money and is autistic and can't do anything apparently. So I've had a lot of naysayers, as you can imagine. So I'm elated actually to be in that upper echelon of, you know, YouTube channels. So it's quite cool. Yes, do hit the like button. Yeah, thank you. It's been a lot of hard work. I worked out recently how long I've spent on YouTube, like making videos and stuff. Like in entirety, so scripting videos, messing with sound quality, video quality, graphics, thumbnails, everything's of YouTube, making the videos. On the low end, I've been doing it for over 1,000 hours. On the high end, it's been about 1,500, so somewhere between them. So yeah, it's taken a long time. I've got something to show for it, but I kind of look at it in hindsight and think, God, if I just had more money at the start, I wouldn't have had so many issues. I think I would have had a lot more quality in terms of my channel from the get-go. So I would have probably got 5K maybe 6 months ago, but never mind. What can you do? You have a nice day as well. Cheers for that. Thank you, Susie. Appreciate that. Nice to see you here. I'm glad. Yes, the ebooks are good and they're useful. The next one coming up it's going to blow the water out of pretty much any carnivore book, keto, bodybuilding book there is, I think. If there are any about, I don't know. So yeah, look out for that one. You'll be honestly, I've made it deliberately as detailed as possible without putting in all the nonsense stuff. So I've made it so you can literally read through it and you know exactly what to do yourself. And if beyond that you're stuck, read it again. It'll be in there. I'm sure it will. So you have that to look forward to at some point soon. And I look forward to delivering it to you guys. So I'm looking forward to that. It should be out in the next month or two. I don't know. Probably 95% of the way there in terms of content, like written work. Formatting will take a bit of time, and some pictures will take a bit of time. So I've got that to sort out, and Jerome's going to have a little double check over it as well. We've had our own unique kind of focuses on things. So we've had our focuses on, let me think. He's been focused a bit more on the training side. I've been a bit more focused on the nutrition side. We've kind of collaborated ideas together to sort of come up with the same point. So if you asked either of us, we'd have the same opinion, basically. So it's going to be a good one. What's the ebook and where do I get it? So I've got two ebooks, Nick. I've got Exercise Specifics 101, and I've got Advanced Hypertrophy Programming 101. And they're both available on my website, which is compositionconsultant.com. And links to my website are below in the description. And if you click on, so you go on compositionconsultant.com, click on coaching and plans, it'll have two ebooks, I think, near the top. You'll see them because it will say ebook next to it anyway. So one's £10 British, one's £3 British. Obviously, the £10 one's substantially bigger than the cheaper one, but there's something there for you. I've included like some excerpts in both of them so you can read what kind of content's like, what kind of quality it's like. So yeah, check it out, and I appreciate you asking the question. There we go. Yeah, cheers, Anika. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that. I've got a question. So from Doug, carnivore for 5 weeks now, 2 to 3 pounds of meat a day, small bowel movement about every week and a half. No signs of constipation. Just seems weird. Any comments? No signs of constipation. It could just be you're not eating much food. If your stomach isn't bloated, isn't hard, it could just be fine. That is a lot of meat, though. I'd probably address where you started from in the diet, if that makes sense as well. Have you noticed any inflammation? Because if you've got, say, just say the amount, say 2 pounds of meat in your gut at any given time because you're digesting it throughout the day each day, is there any sign of inflammation? Because those proteins in your gut for that long aren't a great thing to do, aren't a great thing to have, just because of the quantity of it, if that makes sense, because there's a lot of food to eat. Now, I've known people personally that have had bowel movements up to, I think, every 5 days. So once every 5 days seems to be the higher amount, if that makes sense, as in the longer duration of time between movements. I've known people as well that go every day. I go about 5 to 6 times per week. The cleaner I am with my diet is in the less sort of like spices I use and anything like that. If I eat less dairy, perhaps less cheese, things like that, then I notice that it's a lot smaller and it's not quite as frequent, maybe 4 times a week. But for you, I'll probably look at, I mean, if it isn't a problem, I wouldn't worry about it, if that makes sense. But if you're quite concerned and you want to get to the bottom of it and things do crop up, what I recommend is a consultation with myself, and we're able to go through your whole diet and lifestyle history and work out what's going on. If you've had any medication recently, that could also impact your bowel movements as well. So be cautious of that. if you can. There we go. So if you've got any more questions, guys, let me know in the chat. Okay, no source of information, everything's great, just seems weird. Yeah, it is weird. Your body's probably using it. You probably don't drink much water, so therefore the meat that you're eating is hydrating you as well, so that comes into it as well. So I wouldn't really worry too much about it. Should be fine. It's just when you start to notice something goes wrong, you start to feel a bit off, then maybe show some concern. But like I said, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. Yeah, so you'll have, I believe, the exercise specifics ebook is 20 pages, something like that. And the advanced hypertrophy book is 50 pages. So around that, you've got quite a lot to read. Just keep your eyes peeled for the next book, which will be, it'll be the book, the definitive book of carnivore bodybuilding, basically. So I'm very excited to release that soon. Hi, Patricia, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Also, thank you for joining my channel as a member recently. I think you did that maybe for the last few days, maybe a week ago, a bit longer, I don't know. I appreciate that, so thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Cheers. No worries, Doug. Take care. Hopefully you don't run into any issues down the line. Month in, maybe not, but just be careful. Don't change your diet overnight. That's my suggestion. I enjoy your videos very much. Sometimes I'm watching you while driving to my various construction jobs. That's pretty cool. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for saying that. It's funny because I've had some sort of diverse content, like as much as I can. I've made videos about training, exercise. I've made some recipe cooking videos. It's hard to know what you guys want. So I just ask you, and I make exactly those videos. Now, I'd say 70 to 80% of the time, your suggestions are good, as in I get a lot of views on them and people react well to them and it's helpful. But sometimes they're not great. I had a video recently which was talking about meal frequency. And it got something like 400 views, and I was quite shocked by that. It wasn't many considering how many I'm usually getting. So I'm usually getting about 800, which is a bit better for my size channel, I think. But, you know, we persist. We just continue to make good content. I've got some videos coming out soon. I've got one on chronic fatigue, which will be good. I'll have a little check, actually. Basically, everything you guys have frequently asked me about, I've made a video for at this point. If it loads. Yeah, so I've got a video on chronic fatigue, home workouts, exercise methodologies. That'll be a good one. Workout warm-ups. And that's about it, I think, for now. I'm waiting on a few videos to be mixed. I think I've got about 3 videos in the pipeline, so they just need to be sort of edited and stuff. But they'll probably be out to you at usual rate. So I think I'm doing something like 3 to 4 videos per week, plus a live. It's quite manageable for me right now. If I've got the time, it's quite manageable. I'd say it is beyond a part-time job to make YouTube videos the way I do, just the way I construct them, how accurate I try to be with the videos so I don't misinform people. Most of my videos now are scripted just to keep me going off topic. I find that if I produce a script, some bullet points at least, I can sort of go through it. And that video will no longer take me half an hour to make, then, you know, I end up cutting it down to like 10 minutes. I can now make a 10-minute video and I cut it down to about 7 minutes, so it's a lot easier. So it's all about trying to be efficient and make good content for you guys. It doesn't take too much toll on my energy levels, which aren't always that great. So Nika asked, as a workout newbie, I'm interested in books. I've never been to the gym. I never will. I lift at home. Oh, I see. That's interesting. Yeah, so you might benefit from the Exercise Specifics 101 ebook. Otherwise, I do have a home workout video coming out soon, I think. I think it's been available to paid YouTube channel members already. But it'll be released to the general public subscribership in about a week or so. I don't know. But It's a good video. It's about 90 minutes long, I think. Could be less, I don't know. But it shows you exactly how to do a home workout, how to modify it as well, which is important. So if you're not that strong, for an absolute noob, then you can make adjustments based on what I suggest to you. And that's where I'd go from there. So that's probably the best workout you could probably do, assuming you had no equipment at all, like in a garden, in an office space, in the living room. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. That'll be quite helpful for you, I think. Of course, don't be afraid to attend anything at my live streams, which are out. I think, yeah, it's every Monday, 7:15 p.m. UK time. So it works out like mid-afternoon kind of time for a lot of the American folks. So keep your eyes peeled for that. So I'm pretty much done now, guys. If you've got any more questions, I'll give you about another minute to ask them. Otherwise, I'm going to disappear off, put my ego cards in my box. Probably not look at them again for about a year, then get them out and think, oh, they look cool. Then put them back in the box. All right, guys, that's it. So the discount code should be in the YouTube description below. I think it's 5K subs. So it entitles you to 25% off all consultations. And that has an exclusive code which expires on the 27th this month. So you've got 2 weeks to use it. So feel free to check that out and book in. My availability is actually pretty good for the most part. Depends where I am though. For my place, I've got a bit more time basically because I've not got 2 little girls to run after. But when I'm at Sophie's, it's a bit busier, so often the time's a bit more booked up. But there we have it. Right. Definitely progress. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah. Right. Well, I'm going to go now, guys. Thank you very much for joining me today. Discount code is 5K subs. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Cheers.